Hey guys, this is Ash with Big Worm's Legacy Barbecue. This is our first video ever. It's a how-to video just in time for your Thanksgiving turkey. What I'm going to do right now is I've already got a 13-pound turkey. I've got it ready to go, and what we're going to do now is make a brine up. What I'm going to do with this turkey is I'm going to spatchcock it and probably smoke it on the Traeger 780 Pro pellet grill. And first of all, we got to get some flavor down into the meat. So what I want to do is make up a brine. Right here I have my dry ingredients. This is 1 cup of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of peppercorns, and then I've got 5 sprigs of rosemary. I've got 5 cloves of garlic that I've already took the time to smash, and I got 2 bay leaves, okay? 2 oranges and 2 apples, and then I have a cup and a half of salt. Now I've already got a pot that's got some hot water. It's not boiling, it's just hot enough to get everything dissolved. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is put this brown sugar, the peppercorns, and the salt into the brine mixture and the water. And I got 2 gallons of water. I buy it in a jug because it's cheap. It's already measured out for me. I got one of the jugs getting hot. I'm going to go ahead and mix this up right now and get our brine going. One and a half cups of kosher salt. And I'm going to just give this a good stir just to get everything dissolved. Won't take long, the water's nice and hot. Give it a good stir. That should be plenty. Now, this is some hot water, so I'm going to take it off of that burner. I'm going to go ahead and pop open this gallon of cold water and go ahead and mix it in. That way it won't affect my turkey any. It's not going to hurt it. It's going to cool it down. Now that brine is not even really warm, but everything is nice and dissolved down in there. I'm going to give it one more quick stir. And that's all she wrote. So, brining the turkey is really easy. You can do whatever you want, whatever flavors that you like. This is one that works well for me, one that I've used in the past. I'm going to go ahead and take 2 cups of apple cider, pour it down in there as well. And this is just a good aromatic brine. That's all it is. You don't get a ton of flavor from a brine, but it's an important step. It's going to keep your bird nice and moist. So I've got one of these big brine bags. Ziploc makes them. You can fit all kinds of stuff in here. I'm going to go ahead and take my turkey, put it right down there in the bottom. Go ahead and throw my 2 apples down in there. Two oranges. No rhyme or reason, just get them in there. Go ahead and take my garlic, throw it down in there. Every little piece of that good stuff there. I'm going to hold off on the rosemary. I'll put it in last. Go ahead and put your bay leaves down in there. Now, you've got a big opening. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brine, it's nice and cooled, and just get the pouring. smells good. Uh-oh. I've usually got a bucket, a brine bucket, and if you've seen that thing, the briner, that thing works super well. I don't have mine available right now, so this is what I'm going to use. This will work fine. Throw my rosemary down in there. And I'm going to put this in the refrigerator for at least 12 hours. You can go up to 24 hours, but I wouldn't go any past that. When you go over 24 hours on a brine, you're getting too salty. So I'm going to get this sealed up, get to bed. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, we're back. Our turkey's brined overnight. Smells incredible. And what I've already done is went ahead and spatchcocked it. Not going to show you that just to save some time on this video, but spatchcocking is real easy. It's basically you take the backbone out of it, you make a little slight incision, push it down, you spread it open, and this is going to help the bird cook more evenly. The white meat and the dark meat is going to cook somewhere around the same. And what I did is I went ahead and removed that breastbone. That breastbone sits right here. As soon as you cut it open, comes out really easy. If you just take a knife, kind of run it around the backside, and just pull it up with some force with your fingers. So what we're going to do now, I've got it brined, and we need to get it injected. And I'm going to make a Creole butter. What I've got is 1 cup of melted butter. I have 2 tablespoons of kosher salt. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of cayenne powder, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and then a half a teaspoon of onion powder. I've got all that right here. I've got my melted butter, and I'm just going to pour that in here and mix all that up, and that's going to make our injection. This is going to be a really, really flavorful injection. It's going to give some good flavor down in there to that bird. I'm just going to give this a quick stir. Get it all melted up, combined, and then we're going to go in and start injecting. Smells good. So, I've got my bird flipped on its back right now, skin side down. I want to go ahead and do some injection on this side first. This makes the injection part easier as well. So I'm just going to start picking a spot and go ahead and pump this bird full of juice. Alright, now I'm going to flip him over and start to get an idea of what I want to do to the backside here. I definitely want to make sure I hit these breasts with some injection. That's our white meat. What I'm going to do is just very gently lift that skin up right there where I can get up underneath it. And I like to try to use the same hole. So what I'll do is I'll pull the injector about 3/4 of the way out. And then I'll hit it in different directions. So I know that I'm getting a lot of different areas without making a lot of different holes into that breast. Drones up. Oh yeah. I don't know about y'all, but one of my favorite parts of the turkey is the legs and the drums. When they're done right, man, they are good. Come down here. So I'm going to finish injecting. I'll be back in just a moment. We're going to get this thing seasoned up. I've got the Traeger Pro 780 running outside at 275. And we'll get it seasoned, and I'll show you what we do from there. I'll be back shortly. Alright guys, so I've got the turkey brined up. I've got it injected with our Creole butter that we made up. It's a real simple recipe. Now we got to put some seasoning on the outside of this thing and really give it some flavor. Before I do that, the key ingredient, duck fat. You got to have duck fat. If you're not using this in your kitchen, you're missing out. This is really good. If you didn't have duck spray or you can't find it in your area, you can always use some regular old butter flavored cooking spray. But what this is going to do is it's going to keep this bird moist, and especially the skin. It's going to help keep the skin moist, hold the moisture in, and really give us that crispy skin that we're looking for at the end of the cook. So what I'm going to do is just give it a very light spray on this meat side. The meat side's not that much to worry about, but the skin side is where we really want to hit it with that duck fat. The seasonings today that I'm using is kind of special to me. The first one that I'm going to use is Bob's Southern Smoking Barbecue. Bob is a really good guy. He's right out of here in North Carolina. I love his sauces. He's got rubs out now, several different sauces. If you haven't ever heard of Bob's Smoking Southern Barbecue, look him up. Give him a shout out. He's a great guy. He's a veteran. Love his products. They're awesome. So I'm going to go with a light coat of Bob's just on the bottom here. And the second layer that I'm going to use is Meat Church Honey Hog. This is great stuff. I've been using this stuff for years. It goes great on turkeys, poultries, pork, ribs, shoulders, butts, chicken. Don't let the name fool you, Honey Hog. It doesn't have to be just pork. This stuff goes great on turkey as well. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a good coating of the Meat Church Honey Hog. Alright, so that's the back side of my bird there. Usually I would let it sit for about 2 or 3 minutes. For the sake of video purposes, I'm going to go ahead and flip him over. And we're going to get the other side seasoned up. Alright, so now this is the money side. This is going to be your presentation side. This is what everybody's going to see when this thing comes off the grill. This is what you really want to concentrate on getting right. And I can tell you, by doing the processes that we've already done, this is going to be a great bird. So what I like to do is I like to go ahead and get the skin looking good, kind of pull it down, stretch it some, and kind of get it to where you think about the end of your cook, how you want this thing to look. And this thing's looking great. I love spatchcock birds because they present very well on a platter. So you're going to amaze all your friends and family this year for Thanksgiving if you decide to do it this way. So I'm going to hit it with the duck spray. I'm going to give it a good amount. Duck fat, that is. Alright, normally I would let this sit just a couple minutes as well before I went over top of it with my seasoning, but for the sake of this video, we're going to go ahead and hit it with some rub and get this thing on the grill. So again, I'm using Bob's Smoking Southern Barbecue. coat of that right on top. And then I'm going to use my honey hog. Alright, now I am going to let this hang out for a little while. When I come back, I'll show it to you on the grill. Again, we're going to be cooking on the 780 Pro Traeger. 275 is what I got it dialed in at. I'm using their competition blend with hickory, cherry, and a little bit of oak. I think that's going to give this bird a great flavor, great color. So we'll see you soon. I'll show you what it looks like on the grill. Here's 780 Pro. I've got it dialed in to 275. I just put the bird on, and I want to show you what it looks like out on the grill. So this is how I'm going to cook it right here. One little pro tip I will tell you, when you go to put these birds on, bring your seasonings with you to the grill. Sometimes they get rubbed off and stuff in the process of transporting from the kitchen or wherever you're preparing the bird out to the grill. So bring them with you and just touch up any spots that need it. That's one thing I will tell you. We'll check back in this a little while. I'm just going to let it go. I'm expecting this thing to cook about 4.5 hours, maybe 5 hours, depending on there. We'll throw a probe in it in a couple hours to see where we're at, and we'll go from there. I'm looking for an internal temperature of around 165 in the breast and probably 175 in the dark meat. So we'll come out here in just a little while. We'll probe it. We'll see how it looks, see if we need to do anything to it. And I'll show you the glaze that we're going to finish this thing off with. It's going to be amazing. It's just taking this thing one next step to being the most perfect turkey that you've ever had. So stick with us. We'll be back soon. Alright guys, I just went out and checked on the turkey. The turkey is looking amazing. Right now I'm sitting at about 148 degree IT, internal temperature. And what I want to do now is make a glaze. The only thing that I've done to this turkey, I checked it one time, and I went ahead and just threw some aluminum foil around the end of the drums where the bone's starting to give away, just to kind of give it an appearance factor. And I wrapped the wingtips up with a little bit of foil. So other than that, that's all I've done. I've let that Traeger 780 do its thing. It's looking amazing. It's got a beautiful color. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make a finishing glaze for it. Right here, I have half a cup of melted butter. And to that, I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of honey. Get that in there good. All that good honey down in here. Alright. Give that a quick little stir. Next, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. Just like that. And here's the best part. You got to have a little bourbon in this glaze. Holidays wouldn't be right without a little bourbon in your life, right? So I got a little bottle of Knob Creek. I'm just going to put 2 teaspoons of bourbon down in there. Give that a quick stir. I'm going to put this back on the heat for just a couple of minutes. I'll see you out at the grill. We're going to glaze this turkey, get it finished, bring it inside, and see what it looks like with the final product. I'll see you guys soon. Alright guys, my turkey just read about 159 internal temperature, and that's perfect. I want to go ahead and glaze this thing. I want to show you what we're working with here. That's it. Sorry for the lighting. I promise our future videos are going to be a little better. But I'm going to show you what kind of process we're going to go with. I just want to drizzle this butter, this maple bourbon honey butter, all over this bird. I don't want to brush it. I'm just going to baste it. All over that skin. Alright, that's it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to crank the temperature up to 350 and let this thing just kind of roast in here just for a couple of minutes. And then I'm going to put another layer of glaze on. This stuff's going to be money when we get done. Alright, so I got my temperature set up to 350. I'm going to give it about 10 minutes, come back out here and put another light coated glaze on top of it just to finish it off. We'll bring it inside, get into some light, and I'll show you what we got for the final outcome. See you soon. Alright guys, it's been about 10 minutes since I bumped the heat up to about 350 and put our first round of glaze on. I'm going to go ahead and finish it up. Just one more little coat all over that bird. And that's it, guys. I'm going to let this run about 3 or 4 more minutes, just enough time to set that little bit of glaze that I just put on there. And I'm going to get it off. I'll meet you inside. We're going to see how this thing looks, how it turned out. And I can't wait to get a piece. I ain't going to lie. So just give me just a couple more minutes. I'm going to get some things done and we'll see you inside. Oh man, guys, I'm back inside. I got this turkey all done. It's hit an internal temperature of 165 in the breast. That's what I want. That's perfect. So just to recap what we've done, we started out with a brine. Got this turkey soaking in a good brine overnight. After that, we got it all dried up. We got it injected. We sprayed it down with some duck fat, put our seasonings on. We smoked it at 275. It took about 4 hours, 4.5 hours, and that's about what I thought it was going to be. But always go by temperatures, guys. If you go by temperatures, I found that you can be foolproof every time. And just look how amazing this bird has turned out. It is just 100% perfect. At the end, we hit it with a glaze with some butter and some maple syrup and honey and a little bit of bourbon. And I'm not going to lie, I got to go ahead and dig in and get me a little piece and try it out and see how this turned out. I'm going to just go ahead and slice me a thin little piece off of that breast right there. You can look and see that is 100% done. I know I'm getting in there, but this thing's going to end up sandwiches for the rest of the week. So I just want to go ahead and try it. Look at that, skin stays on great. Oh man. Guys, I'm telling you what. If you do this for your holiday turkey this year, your friends and family are going to come out of the woodworks. You're probably going to have cousins show up that you didn't even know you had anymore. To get a piece of this bird. This is 100% good. I thank you guys Big Worms Legacy Barbecue. You can find us on Facebook. We've got a page there. Please, please go like our videos, like our statuses. Share them with all your friends, your family, and we're going to try our best to get some more videos up. Bear with us. I know this one was the first one. It was a little low budget, low cost, but we got some exciting things in the works, and I think you guys are going to like it. Stick with us. Like the page, like the videos, share it with all your friends. Drop us a comment. Tell us what you want to see us do next time. Beef tenderloins, pork ribs, pork butts, whatever you want. If you got an idea, send it our way. We'd love to hear from you. And I'm going to get to getting into this turkey, man, because it is so good. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching our video again. And I'm going to get busy eating.